Hey, good morning, everybody. Lab here for KLAB News. So it is December 13th, 2022, and I did want to go over a little something with you guys. So, first of all, I want you to notice it became law. This is the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. And I know a lot of Democratic voters have been applauding and, cheering this one on. But as I go through this bill, I wanted to highlight a few things in here that you're not aware of. Some of the things that most people are aware of is pretty much the very first part here, which is, a minimum tax of 15% of the average annual adjusted financial statement on domestic corporations, right? Sounds like a great thing. Corporations are going to pay their fair share. There's something else in here that I wanted to bring up. And as a result, I'm going to take myself off the screen. I already have it highlighted. And I'm going to point out just how big this bill really is and how much is actually in there. So let's go ahead and get into this real quick. All right, so I'm going to scroll down here, as you can see, to this pre-highlighted section. I want you to look over here on the left-hand side at the scroll bar and how much further down this bill really goes. But I'm going to take a quick leak here, or take a quick look here at these two lines. Part 4, Clean Vehicles. I'm going to read it for you since I know it's small on your screen. Section 13401, the Act modifies requirements for the refundable income tax credit for qualifying plug-in electric vehicles. The modified credit is $3,750 for any vehicle meeting certain minerals requirements and $3,750 for vehicles meeting certain battery component requirements. The maximum allowable credit is $7,500 per vehicle. Vehicles eligible for the credit include those made by qualified U.S. manufacturers and excludes those by manufactured or assembled by a hostile foreign entity. And I'm going to highlight that very last part right there. Okay, so hostile foreign entity. Who's hostile right now? China's being hostile towards Taiwan. This potentially means that any car like your electric Hyundais, electric Toyotas, etc., are not going to be eligible. But here's the next part. This one is also pretty damn interesting, okay? And this part here, the credit is not available for taxpayers whose modified adjusted income exceeds $150,000 for a single person, $300,000 for married couples jointly filing. That seems pretty logical in and of itself. If you're making that much money, I don't think you need the credit. The credit is not allowed for vehicles that have a manufacturer's suggested retail price in excess of $80,000 for vans, sport utility vehicles, or pickup trucks. And let's face it, that seems to be about the price tag, if not more, for most of those. And not more than $55,000 for other vehicles. Now, if you think about it, U.S. manufactured electric vehicles, clean energy vehicles, are absolutely more than that price. And here's the final thing. This one, you guys might think to yourself, oh, well, I bought a car, electric car, or hybrid car 4 years ago. Hey, I should be in the clear. Nope. Let's go down to the next one. Section 13402. The Act allows a new tax credit for buyers of previously owned qualified clean plug-in and fuel cell vehicles. The credit is limited to the lesser of $4,000 or 30% of the vehicle's purchase price. The credit disallows for taxpayers whose modified adjusted gross income exceeds the certain levels, probably what was stated above, and applies, let me highlight just this section, applies only to vehicles with a sales price not exceeding $25,000. Okay, if you paid, as a previous owner, so previously owned cars, if it's one of those that was a previously owned Tesla, right, and it was $80,000 brand new, and they decide used car lot's going to sell this thing for, say, $26,000, well, you just missed it. You're not getting a tax credit. You're not getting it at all. And none of this applies to any vehicle acquired after 2032. So that's as far as this bill goes. Till 2032, that's it, done. Okay? Now, the rest of this through here is talking about properties and refueling, so gas stations, that sort of thing. I will continue going through this bill and highlighting everything that needs to be highlighted. But technically, these three right here, excuse me, whoops. So, these sections right here are the most important sections. And again, I know Democratic voters, you guys, even Republican voters, I'm going to say it, y'all rely too much heavily on the news. And though this bill seems like, and it's already passed, it was signed by President Biden, it's become law, sounds like an absolute great, wonderful thing. But when you guys hear about this stuff on the news, I don't think you understand how much more crap is actually buried in these bills. And it's one of the reasons I am an advocate for standalone bills. In other words, the bill is exactly what it says it is. Should be just a couple of pages long, maybe 2 or 3, and done. And, they pass it and there's nothing else attached to it. So, at any rate, I wanted to make sure you guys knew this. And I'm going to continue going through this bill as much as possible. I'm going to go through the whole thing. And if I find any more stuff like this, I'm definitely going to let you guys know. But that's it for now. You guys, thank you for tuning in, watching KLAB News. For unfiltered content as of this Friday of this week, you guys go to YouTube. It is youtube.com/KLAB News because, well, certain things TikTok's just not going to allow. Catch you guys later.